Come on, don't take your legs.
Once you get it, guys, good job. Is there enough?
Anyhow, I want to thank one man particularly from the troop who's been my mentor for ever, basically. Whether it's listening to Oingo Boingo and the Grateful Dead in his truck, or watching him make a fool of himself trying to play airbase, or just going on hikes or helping out at projects. I told him there was one more thing he'd have to do tonight, and right now I need you to come up, Mr. Josiah. I want to present you with my mentor.
You played an awesome airbase.
To be fair, he was driving at the time. So
not everything has to be said.
So, in this one, we'll call right next to your it's a lot line here. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank Aid to Women as an organization that kind of been fostering me since last summer. Tricia in particular, I've spent a lot of time with you, and I'd like you to come up too. I have a gift for you. Tricia is the Director of Prevention Services at Aid to Women. She runs the CATS program that I'm involved in, and she was my coordinator when I was getting my Eagle Project already, and I hope I did a good job with that. It still helps.
No coordinator. You're very coordinated all on your own.
I'd like to present you with this gift. You can open it now or open it later. It's up to you. It's a lot of Boy Scout team memorabilia. The class I figured would be the cup I figured would mean a lot for you. It's all ages of boys reaching up to patriotism, becoming astronauts and presidents. I bet every time you use it. I'd like to thank all the families and friends that I've had in Troop 560, particularly those that lended their time or resources to my Eagle Project. I know I borrowed trucks from people, I borrowed shovels from people, I borrowed like 600 feet of hoses from people. Yeah, and a pressure washer. And thank you, Mr. Quinlag. I can't think of your last name, I'm so sorry. It's Quinlag, I know that now. Anyhow, thank you to Troop 560 and all my friends and I guess family now from Troop 560. And then I'd like to thank all of our friends as well as a family, particularly the Gedekes for helping me put this all together and get it all set up and organized. I know Ty from church, thank you very much for being there. I know you've kind of been a part of my life since we moved here, since we moved in the same week, basically. And so it's just been fun to see how our families have grown together. I'd like to thank my parents and my brothers for being so willing to do this, even though it wasn't the best plan. Thanks for helping me execute it. Just thank you once again to everybody else here.
Dear Josiah, congratulations on earning the prestigious Eagle Scout Award. Rising to the top as an Eagle Scout is a tribute to your dedication and desire to be the best. You should be very proud of your achievements and the hard work you put into attaining this distinctive award. You now face the responsibility of upholding and maintaining the proud traditions of Scouting. Now is the time to rededicate yourself to the principles of the Scout Oath and Scout Law. They will serve you as your code of conduct for the rest of your life. The Scouts and Scouters of the Hawkeye Area Council share the pride of your family and friends as you receive this recognition. You have shown each of them that determination and hard work make dreams come true. Wear your Eagle badge with pride. You've earned it. Yours in Scouting, Michael Kriegermeyer, Council Commissioner. Congratulations. Now's the moment that we get to share about Josiah. Are there any special memories or events that were shared with Josiah that anyone would like to tell us about? They don't necessarily have to be flattering, but... This is called roasting the eagle. Just jump right.
All right. Well, when I was
Stand up, please.
stand up and loud. Hey guys, let's go. Well, when I first started scouting, I first jumped into patrol with Joseph as my scout now, or my patrol leader. And his patrol was a lot of fun. He made a lot of fun. But that next year we actually got our permanent patrols in the raccoons, and Josiah was my patrol leader, and he was the one who really taught me how to do all the cooking and really got me active in all that stuff. And I want to thank you very much because you did a lot. So.
I just can't say mine because it's more personal between and there's parents in it. I think I helped you with your acting career. You're having a particularly, I don't know, rough time at camp out, and so I said, well, let me yell at you. So I yelled at him and yelled at him, and he was laughing on the ground. So, as an actor, you can't do that in an actual scene, so.
I'm from youth group with Josiah, and it's just been a very blessing to have you be a part of the youth group for the past 4 years. Behind the scenes, I don't know what Josiah does at school. I'm sure he's an encourager to everyone. He's been a great role model, but he's been a member of SOS, which is not Save Our Schools, but it's Serve Our Schools, and they would actually give stuff away free at Linmar. Also, I know that he's been the leader of the worship team for several years. And the one thing, we just had a spring retreat. I don't know what happened, but I still remember seeing Josiah amongst all the smoke going like this and fanning it. So, sorry. So was there a wood burning or a campfire starting there, Badge? But either the wood was green or something wasn't right, but you aren't blushing, are you? Knowing that you were going to be an Eagle Scout, I just was kind of laughing about that. We did get to eat that day, though, so that was a good day.
Well, I had the privilege of first meeting Josiah and his parents when I met them and they came in to ask about the possibility of doing an Eagle Scout project, which, if you haven't yet, it's outlined in the pictures before and after. It's magnificent and such a gift to the women to have a playground for the children of the women that we serve here. But and he did it from beginning to end. It was a magnificent project. But it amazes me knowing everything that you're involved in at so many different levels. And even when we first met, and I mentioned the idea of becoming part of our peer-to-peer mentoring group, and you said, sure, why not? Which seems like maybe not a big deal, but for those of you who don't know, we work in middle schools and high schools and give a message about sexual integrity. This is not an easy thing for young men to stand up and talk about, and yet there are women, young girls, that are thinking there aren't any guys that are willing to stand up and talk about this. So he's had a far and reaching impact in Cedar Rapids in particular on teens by talking about the fact that he is choosing to live a life of sexual integrity. He's living a life where he's willing to talk about that and influence other young people about God's plan for his life and how he plans to live that way. hard thing is that when we get in front of a class, I give Josiah a hard time because he's never at a loss for words if you know him. And sometimes I'm in the back of the room going, and it's great when we only have like 1 or 2 cats presenters that go in because there's plenty of time. When we have 5 or 6, I have to say, okay, Josiah, I got to give some answers. The good part is that everything that comes out of his mouth is solid, it's truth, it's God honoring, and it's really giving other young people a chance to know the right path to choose. And I just appreciate you so much. I'm so happy you're going to be around the Kirkwood and can kind of keep participating. But thanks for an awesome year.